This is Sybert signing into Red Alert 3 on the map Carville for a 2v2v2, because once you cast one, apparently people just send a lot to your email, and then we get into this situation in the middle of this island, making up our first 2v2v2 team. As the Yellow Soviets, this is Mr. Mreslan. Their ally as the Orange Soviets is XQW999. I'm sure that's going to be great. In the top right-hand corner as the Red Allies, this is Edvin. And their ally as the Purple Soviets, this is itzteejaay. In the bottom left-hand corner as the Green Allies, making up our team number 3, this is 3425. And on the right side, as the Cyan Empire, this is Tranquil Zero. Obviously, I'm going to be modifying a bunch of people's names because I don't want to say all of those things. So, whatever I write in the actual scoreboard is what I'll end up calling them, probably. We'll have to see. Anyways, a 2v2v2. Apparently, some people really like 2v2v2s because I've been getting many sent to me, and like percentage-wise, far more than any other game type or map, 2v2v2s. So I know some people probably don't like them, but we're going to try and give them another shot. Now it is going to be bottom versus right versus island. So that's kind of a different split from what we've seen in some of the last ones. and Tranquil going for the kill immediately on TJ, trying to try some sneaky barracks capture action, and now just going for a front charge. Edvin going to be dropping a multi-gunner turret, but it's into low power mode, so it won't actually be helping out at all. And now a sentry gun going to be going down to help with that infantry defense, as the War Factory also gets dropped by TJ. One of the bridges has been collapsed, the other one not quite just yet, although the Sickle is working on it. Mr. Mreslan going to be trying to bring that down just to protect himself a little bit there. and Tranquil going to be working together in this southern expansion, I assume, to defeat XQ999. To defeat 999, our Orange Soviets, who is just trying to set up a little expansion for the motherland to get things going in that Soviet Empire. MCV on the move in the north by Edvin, guarded by a bunch of peacekeepers and one single javelin trooper. He's just hanging out, but, you know, he's the guy who's really going to do the damage. Those peacekeepers, they think they're cool, but they're not really. Using reactors to body block for the naval yard and buy yourself time. The space cable is back! And it's gone again. So we had a quick, lovely moment with the space cable. Maybe the space cable will return in future moments of bugs and graphical glitches circa 2008, but we'll have to see. For now, the expansion to the south is what itzteejaay, or just TJ, is going to be doing, dropping a sentry gun, and Tranquil could be trying to put the hurt on that. That is a sudden transport full of who knows what, going to be disguising itself as 999's harvester, but it'll probably get spotted at some point, and I don't know, I guess it won't quite get dealt with because it's going to be able to outrun the Akula subs, and then of course be able to run onto land. Tranquil going to be... Oh! Don't stop with your sudden transport, as he needs to get up there and do whatever it is that he's got planned for this sudden transport. It's a bunch of tank busters here to support that Tengu, who's going for the harass. Going to be able to get out of there before the bears show up to shut down this attack. Sudden transport going to be pulling around to the north, and that is a magnificent roar from the bears. Third bear going to be coming in. They're going to get a couple of kills before this Tengu is able to eliminate them, locking down all of those tank busters and eliminating them one by one by one. Walls going down to make the infantry a little less effective, as Edvin and TJ going to be heading on south. Really, it's just TJ. I thought Edvin would have dropped something else to support his buddy, but no, just a couple multi-gunner turrets in the main, as Edvin is actually going to be allowing TJ to expand in the north as well. And Dog going to be heading in for so they're going to get an eye on what exactly is going on with those expansions, as is also trying to set up some extra income in the north. Naval Yard still stands, which is good for 999. Going to be able to secure his expansion, hopefully. And 3 Akulas heading north to potentially shut down Edvin's water expansion and then keep the seas under Soviet control, which is always a classic thing to do. Refinery up and running. It's going to be 4 refineries on the field for TJ. And Edvin is going to be close to that same number and actually at that same number plus an oil derrick. So good on Edvin. Now up to those 4 as well. Could be adding on a water expansion sooner or later. Get himself 5. Actually, somehow is the one who captured the oil derrick all the way in the right corner of the map. And I guess this expansion hasn't quite been taken yet by Mr. Mreslan, but I assume he'll get around to it at some point. The Kula subs shut down the water expansion, bringing Edvin a little bit down below most other players in the economy game. A little bit of Tengu harass from Tranquil. Going to be trying to kill a harvester. Won't quite get it with those hammer tanks there. They're going to be able to shut that down, no problem at all. More expansion by the great Soviet Empire from TJ. Going to be dropping his tier 3 as well. Could be trying to put the hurt on with some V4s. Going to be kicking, X9s. If you can shut down this expansion, then you don't have to worry about dreadnoughts. Otherwise, you're going to get your base shelled in a couple of minutes. Cryo shot going to be firing off in the north as the Guardian tanks forced to pull back. Going to be able to avoid that without any real trouble at all. Refineries up and working, plus the oil derrick. Means that is in a pretty decent situation. There's that sudden transport. Once again, still just rolling around as 999's harvester, but of course the movement speed doesn't at all match the harvester. We'll be driving right past that Akula sub, and looks like it will go unnoticed for now. Could be driving into enemy territory as Edvin may be the actual target here, but it is going to try and drive onto land before he realizes, oh, there are walls there. I can't quite get up and running. Satellites or something going to be raining down on that ore refinery in the north there, or in the middle of the map. And yep, harvester going to turn around, head back out to sea for its maiden voyage, continuing on as it's not a real harvester, so it's a lie anyways. Edvin going for a big bombing run on the naval yard, going to be able to do some damage, but not enough to really shut it down. And again, you want to stop the Soviet player from getting to dreadnoughts when you're that close on the spawns. The harvester trying to find any place to break in, and it will eventually find a place that it can come in here and do a little bit of damage, but I assume the defenses will be just too much for these players. For Tranquilize, who's got that actual sudden transport? Tankbuster surprise, but it's got a different kind of flavor. Satellite's going to be coming in for TJ, going to be dropping them on that barracks. It's actually going to be, oh my gosh. Oh, he does not get the super reactor. It's not tank busters, it was engineers, and they do get cleaned up as well as the Imperial Warriors, so no luck there for Tranquil. He is unable to make anything happen there. Cryo shot going to be firing off for Edvin, I assume, trying to push back who's already here with Athena cannons, clearing out the civilian structures, trying to make sure that nothing untoward is happening there. Another crane going to be going down. Master of the cranes is X99, big believer in the cranes, as he's also expanding up north for another 3 refineries on this map. Vindicator bombing run coming in from going to be hitting that Tesla coil, and not much else, as Aegis Shield is good, but it's not that good, as Edvin learns a cruel, cruel lesson at the hands of Going to be pushing north. Neither one of these guys able to get an early advantage, as they both have been able to tech up to tier 3, and now the artillery games have begun. For some reason, there's no naval artillery here for 999, so yeah, I don't know what he was really expecting there. Like, of course your opponent is going to go tier 3, they're going to go artillery, and they're just going to be able to waste this expansion from the land. With these spawn positions, that's what happens. Mirage tank's going to be able to cut through some of the infantry on the front line, but this is a ton of stuff from Edvin. He loses quite a bit, but he's still got a lot of strength left in his infantry army, and for now, he's going to be forcing back a little further, the Athena cannons being able to sit back and do their big damage is definitely helpful, and it's going to be Aegis Shield versus Athena cannon right there. Going to be popping on both sides as the Mirage tank's going to be trying to stay inside of the range, just barely avoiding annihilation there. And it looks like we do have Natasha out on the field as well, but there's the step forward of the Mirage tanks. They're going to be able to target down some of these. Wow, that just was not enough in terms of the numbers. They were able to target down some of the Javelin troopers, but the Peacekeepers are still in good enough numbers. And now that you've given the Mirage tanks away, it's going to be coming down to the artillery. As long as they can close the distance, Edvin can win this fight, but he can't get close enough with those Athena cannons. He's going to be forced to back up. Make sure there's no Mirage tanks disguising themselves as something else. It's going to be King Oni and Wave Force Artillery versus APOC tanks in the south, as TJ is going to be standing up against Tranquil. A couple of Chopper VX is going to be even in the odds, but a MiG comes in to try and silence those Chopper VXs. Bullfrog's going to be trying to push them away as well, and this Wave Force Artillery, if it's not careful, may end up getting overwhelmed, but no. Everything has been cleaned up. The APOC tanks did not last long at all. The King Onis dealt with those really quite easily, so that actually wasn't even close. Another V4 going to be stepping forward, and there's just not a whole lot here to really stop this Empire player from just stepping on forward. He's even going to be going for the point defense drones, allowing these King Onis to last a little bit longer. Twin Blades, now they're here, now they're out on the field, but it's going to take them a while to actually chase down and kill these King Onis, which for now are just heading north on their own crusade. Going to be able to get this last V4, just barely snipes it there as one of the King Onis ends up getting locked down by a terror drone, but they're still wreaking havoc in the north. Going to be able to snipe an ore refinery, it looks like, and eventually this King Oni will maybe go down. I mean, even the Twin Blades could get in on the action from TJ, as he's going to be able to kill that one King Oni. Loses the refinery, actually going to be losing it to a Dreadnought out on the water from 999. So now TJ going to be getting pressured from two different teams from two different sides, as now the artillery out on the water going to be clearing out TJ's base. Flak Trooper gets the kill there, but the honorable discharge kills that Flak Trooper. So it's going to be kind of a 1-to-1, but of course no one's going to mind losing a Flak Trooper to a King Oni in that manner. One Twin Blade from 999 showing up. I would have assumed that there were engineers or something inside of this, but no, he's just like showing up for a one Twin Blade harass, which doesn't seem very scary. Twin Blades going down, and Terror Drones, if they were able to lock down some of this stuff and get on top of it, they could make a difference, but for now, it's going to be a little bit too tough. Inside of that sudden transport could be a bunch of tank busters ready to slice and dice through any Soviet armor that steps too close to this army. Tranquil is on the front door of TJ, and TJ is potentially going to be losing his MCV if he's not careful here. There's the big sell-off of that Tier 3. The Battle Lab goes down, and also so do the engineers. They all get eliminated there by the exploding sudden transport. The MCV forced to pack up and move away, so that is about as good of a situation as TJ could make out of that. Selling off the Tier 3 does suck, but it is not the worst thing when your MCV does survive. Keep in mind, he does have a little bit of infrastructure in the north, so when his base apparently invariably is going to get ravaged here and just destroyed by Tier 3 Soviet as well as Tier 3 Empire, he does have somewhere he can retreat to and hide, although at this point it may be better just to hand over everything to Edvin and let him try and 1v2v2 this. As, hey, you know, it's worked in other situations. Some players have been able to make it happen. Natasha going to be stepping forward for Mr. Eslon. Going to be able to, I don't know, try and put the hurt on these huge infantry armies of UNO, but for now, V4s and Wave Force Artillery going to be facing off on the right side of the map. There's the big retreat from TJ. So he's got the crane up north. He's got the refinery. I'm not sure what he's hoping to do. He could always go for the long-term play of just lots of Soviet air, getting back up to an airfield, getting back up to either a ton of Twin Blades and, you know, a reasonable amount of MiGs, or going just really big on something else. Tanya going for the kill on the airfield, got the battle lab as well before getting sniped by all of the bullfrogs, by all of the twin blades. And apparently, Tanya can time belt back into the air. Expansion getting completely shut down now, as this thing hasn't been really viable since Tier 3 got artillery. Since Tranquil got artillery some time ago. MCV pushed to the corner of the map, going to be hiding behind Edvin's walls and trying to stay alive in this game. Natasha does go down there, as I assume Vindicator's getting the kill on her, and that is the last of the Soviet expansion in the south part of the sea. In the north part, they're doing a little bit better. Sentry bombers coming in for a huge bombing run on the naval yard, on the refinery, but one does still survive. The naval yard barely making it out of that, and the sentry bombers, well, they were going to make it home, but they are not going to make it through this cloud of MiGs, as Mr. Mreslan does get some revenge. Looks like one of the sentry bombers will make it back home, albeit barely, just hardly any real health left on that guy. Dreadnought missile's going to be slamming into the Aegis shield and going to be getting knocked down there, as the Kirov going to be stepping on forward. It goes down directly over that Athena cannon. The Athena cannon moves out of the way just barely in time, as the boot camp takes the majority of the damage from that Kirov. There's the Athena cannon targeting down that V4, targeting down the Dreadnought as they're launching their V4 rockets, and not going to be able to get the kill as these two guys dance around each other. Tons of Tengus and even a couple of Chopper VXs mixed in for Tranquil. Tranquil actually should be going ahead to expand on up north. That would be a good place for him to go. Chronosphere from Edvin. He's got Tanya, so actually he could do a little Riptide Chronosphere action, send her somewhere on the map, go for some big kills, go for some enemy super weapons, more like it. Iron Curtain also counted down for 999. And that's where the Iron Curtain was used, so wasted a huge chunk of Edvin's infantry. Dreadnought going to be firing off, going for the King Oni, completely missing all the way. And that's the trouble with Dreadnoughts. Trying to hit a moving target is a bit of a difficulty. Bombing run going to be coming in, or it looks like Dreadnoughts really just trying to clear something up here, as 999 keeping the pressure on Edvin. Could go for, I don't know what he's going for there, but he could go for the power plant and just hit it from a little bit further away, since the Aegis shield makes it really difficult for Dreadnoughts to actually do anything versus Athena cannons. And actually, it is going to be an airfield for TJ. He's going to be trying to rebuild there. A lot of twin blades going to be showing up for Mr. Mreslan. Going to be able to target down that Athena cannon nice and easy. Going to get the second one as well. Could camp over some of these power plants and go for kills that way. Instead, going to turn their tide onto the con yard. Going to be able to use their missiles to shut it down. Almost doesn't quite get the kill there, so it's still active. There's going to be the Chronosphere away to safety somewhere else on the map, all the way back over there. So using the Chronosphere for the escape, letting that happen, and it looks like one Apollo is going to have his work cut out for him. Not going to be able to actually shut down all of these twin blades, as he is going to be running out of ammo before he gets the kill on every single one of those twin blades. MiG's going to be showing up as well for TJ. The splash damage is going to be insane on those twin blades, and it looks like the airfield may barely go down, but it's going to be close either way. No, it does survive. The satellite's going to be coming down on the Proton Collider and takes it down. So he had that math right. He had the math on the airfield a little bit wrong, as Yuno shows up with Apollos out of nowhere. He don't even have a dog in this fight, but somehow he decided that now was the opportunity, as on this middle of the map, Tanya just, yeah. Tanya doing great, doing real good before she gets eliminated there. This is so many Tengus going to be able to snipe that Kirov. And Tranquil, he does what he can to protect his expansions, to protect his economy. Could still try and take the stuff in the north. Super weapons going pretty much everywhere. And actually, Edvin has not realized that this guy was coming for him, but Edvin and TJ, I guess they got MiGs coming from the other side of the map and maybe one Apollo, but yeah, this Kirov getting some free damage done, and that's a full health Kirov, so he's definitely going to get both of those refineries, and these MiGs, they may get the kill on the Kirov, but a couple of bombs is all you need to silence a refinery, and then once the Kirov drops on it, it'll do the rest of the damage. Yuriko here as well for Tranquil. Going to be able to get his own commando action on, and Tanya going to be showing up in a multi-gunner turret. There's the kill on one super reactor. There's the kill on a second super reactor, and a precision bomber also going to be coming down on the flag trooper. And Tanya, will she actually make it into the Iron Curtain? The answer is yes. A nice snipe of that Iron Curtain, escaping the sickle, and even going to get a reactor on her way out. Just for good measure, even the MCV is a potential threat here, as even if you pack it up, you can't run fast enough away from Tanya. The MCV goes down, the Twin Blade will get the kill there. Time Belt doesn't even activate, but that was a major Tanya move by Yuno. I almost gave that credit to Edvin because he had Tanya earlier, but Yuriko now going to get her own super reactor. A nice kill there, going to be breaking down some of the walls and even tossing the bear into the air. Going to be taking cover in a civilian structure, so that's going to give her a little bit more strength against the bear, and the super ability powers up. There goes that super reactor, killing another couple of bears. So Tranquil and Yuno, they are really getting a lot of value out of their commandos. Bears do die, and they are getting lifted into the sky. One Twin Blade nearly gets the kill on Yuriko, but no, the bear won't be able to finish her off either. And perfect juggling of those bears, the last bit of damage being done as they fall from the sky. So much damage being done by this Yuriko, and even this refinery will maybe fall before she finally... No! Again, perfect juggling here, not letting the conscript getting the kill on every single one of those hammer tanks. The low power mode means the Tesla coil can't get the kill either, and even the terror drone is going to go down, so Yuriko leaving nothing to chance, just slicing through this base bit by bit by bit. Hammer tank going down, the constant heals have given her just enough HP to survive a moment longer, and now the reactors are under threat. And Tranquil has not been able to break this Soviet player with Wave Force artillery or any traditional army units, but instead, just with Yuriko. A huge oversight as, if you're not prepared for Yuriko to show up, it can be difficult to try and react at the last possible second. So a great 1-2 punch. Yuno using Tanya to kind of clear the way, do a huge amount of damage up front to this island base, and then Yuriko gets to come in from the water and just kind of finish up what's left. This is a ridiculous amount of destruction. And I feel like this is the campaign, the mini campaign from Uprising. This poor, sad dreadnought firing the missiles that it can, but instead it does not have the strength to stand up against that many Shogun battleships. Even the Harvester won't quite survive, and Yuriko has powered back up to about half health. And as we all know, Yuriko secretly... Oh my gosh, are you really just going to let Yuriko die to a dreadnought out in the water? Almost gets her there. Because she's full health, because she has that little bit of regen. Not full health, fully heroic, and has a little bit of that regen. She is going to be able to escape. Of course, as we all know, Yuriko, secretly the daughter of Yuri. And, is this... Okay, I thought the terror drone was gonna get the kill just like kind of accidentally as Yuriko is trying to run away. And CW Edvin, he lost his proton collider, but he still has that chronosphere, and this is a huge ton of infantry up here that could be sniped. I was actually thinking of sniping Tanya in all of that, but my gosh, Yuriko finally does go down. The terror drone gets the kill, but not before the crane and the airfield both also go down. And I assume Tanya is going to get teleported over here to do just a ton of damage. Cryocopters and a Riptide make an excellent base-killing team. When you've got this many cryocopters, it genuinely does make a difference. Tanya in the north for Edvin. And I assume Tanya for Yuno is going to be showing up somewhere to do some damage. Big sell-off from 999 as he's trying to get himself back online power-wise, trying to do something. And my gosh, Shogun battleships being attacked by terror drones just look insane as they're trying to find targets to kill before they inevitably meet their demise as well. 999 has been defeated. Tengu's going to be showing up for Tranquil. He's going to be going toe-to-toe with some MiGs, going toe-to-toe with some Apollos, but that's just to buy time for the ground army. And Tanya, if she is allowed to just jump from vehicle to vehicle, she could do some big damage. The answer is no, she won't actually be able to get to do any of that damage. But in the skies, Tengu's clearing everything up, and it looks like even the Psionic Decimator. Not often do you actually get to see one of those activated and go all the way off, but gonna be able to happen there. Chronosphere activated once again by Edvin, allowing his MCV to escape, I assume, into the top left-hand corner of the map. Yep, he's there, he's happy, he's looking pretty good, and his entire base is getting shredded on the right side of the map. So he's escaped for the moment, but will he really be able to escape against the power of Yuno and Tranquil, who throughout this game have taken some hits themselves, but have dealt a ton of damage. It looks like a Vindicator or something going down there in the middle island. The big push forward from Yuno. Edvin doesn't have anything here to stop this. Rebuilt the Proton Collider. I guess now down to 3 minutes for Yuno, and this is going to have to be it for pretty much everybody, as a comeback from this point would be pretty insane. It's TJ out of the game. Edvin selling everything off as well, except for one power plant. Apparently either he misclicked or he just wanted to stay in the game for a second longer. Yuno and Tranquil going to be able to finish this up pretty darn easily. If they have trouble from this point, I don't know what to say. It's a 2v1 where two of the players have all of the economy, all of the infrastructure, all of the units, and one of the players has, like, nothing. Conyard going to be getting locked down by the Nano Hive or something. Nano Swarm Hive, as it'll be safe for the current moment, but I assume there's going to be an attack in a couple of moments. Nano Swarm Hive wears off, and yep, it's going to be a big combo. Tank Buster Surprise, Cryocopter Attack, Cryogeddon added into the mix just because, and the Bullfrogs are showing up as if this is going to change anything in the long run. Tank Buster's getting some free kills, and that is so many Cryocopters going down. One of them barely does survive as the last couple of Bullfrogs do go down, so that was just an overwhelming force. And kind of would just like to see Tanya just like finish all of this off. The Tesla coil would be problematic, but you know, if you can sneak in here, hit the super reactor, maybe that takes everything else offline. And Shogun battleship out on the water, and that's a long way. That must be about the range, the maximum range of a Shogun in that situation. That's pretty far. Athena cannons coming from the north from Yuno. Going to be able to clean up the war factory and then slowly pick apart this base bit by bit by bit. And there is the fire sale. Mr. Mreslan does realize that things are over. So congratulations to Yuno and Tranquil for providing an action-packed and pretty exciting 2v2v2. And not necessarily the best plays overall, but a good amount of fun provided by these guys. And we got to see some incredible Commando action on Carville. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And this is Sybert, signing out.